Welcome to the second video in the video series How to Make Applications with Bitcoin. In this video we're going to look at a basic understanding of Bitcoins. We're going to look at some of the concepts behind it, not very deep but on a deep enough level so you can start programming with Bitcoins and still understand what happens behind the scenes. It is not an introduction to Bitcoin, but more some of the technical aspects of it. My name is Lars Holgaard, and you can follow the tutorial at this link. You'll see the videos, you'll see texts, and you'll see links. The plan is to cover these 5 concepts, and the first concept is a Bitcoin wallet. This is actually a bit like your physical wallet you have in your jeans. That is where you have all your Bitcoin. What is interesting is this can be hosted either on your own computer or in the cloud on a service like Coinbase or blockchain.info. The Bitcoin you have is on a Bitcoin address. You can think of this as a kind of email where all the emails are some kind of Bitcoin value. So if you are going to send me some Bitcoin, it'll be on a Bitcoin address. And my Bitcoin wallet will have a list of Bitcoin addresses. The interesting part about Bitcoins, or there's many things which are, but one of the big things is the blockchain. And the thing is that every single transaction in Bitcoins is stored in a blockchain. That means you can never transfer some Bitcoins without it's being stored in the blockchain. And all of these blocks, which is building the blockchain, contains the transactions. For instance, you can see here on blockchain that there's a block named 242921, 242922, and so on. These blocks contains your transactions. So you can see that, for instance, this block here has 192 transactions, and this block over here has 308 transactions. So all transactions are stored inside a block. That means that if you're going to, in the programming part of it, getting a transaction, you can't just say, oh, I want transaction with ID number 455. Nope, you have to first get the relevant block and then look at all the transactions inside this block. You can see that here's information about block 252924. It has this hash. This is the ID of the block. So if you want to get information about this block, you have to give this as a parameter to a function to the Bitcoin client. Interesting part is we have on this block a number of transactions. We have different information. And the transactions down here is all the transactions inside this block. So if you look at this block, it would have 52 transactions down here. And that means if you're going to iterate all transactions in the blockchain, you would have to iterate from the first block and then all the transactions. The transaction is a part of a block. And you can see this is an example of a transaction. And what you see up here is the ID of the transaction. The transaction is simply a transfer of Bitcoins from one or several addresses to one or several addresses. Here we can see someone transferred 13.83 Bitcoins to this address here, and there is some fees to these two. And what this means is that every single transaction is stored inside the blockchain. So you could actually iterate it all, find out how much volume has ever been transferred with Bitcoins very easily by going through all the blocks and all the transactions. This covers all the basic concepts. Of course, there is a lot of more concepts. You can go very deep on these concepts. But I don't believe that a PowerPoint presentation is the way to do it. What you will do is to start programming and using these concepts, and then you'll get a better understanding of them themselves. And then after you have gotten a better understanding, you can ask better questions and find the answers yourself probably. But now you have a good foundation to get running. You have an idea about what a Bitcoin wallet is, you know what a transaction is, you know what a block is, and you know a bit about how Bitcoin works technically. So see you in the next video. In the next video we're going to look at how to run a Bitcoin server and how to set that up. So have a good day. See you in the next video.